Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. This is a weekly planner spread for this past week. The collection that I'm going to be using is the Hocus Pocus line from Tracy Reed Designs. I have the stickers there on the left and I have the digital stamps there on the right. Right now I'm going to start off with these stickers. This little cute sticker says, "Look what you made me brew," and I thought it was very fitting to place there at the bottom, so that way when I placed my meals for the week, they're also at the bottom. It's perfect. I'm, giving my kids poison. I brewed something, they always tell you that, ew, what's that? I feel like I am making them poison, so this is just perfect this time around for Halloween. I placed another sticker there on the 19th. It is going to be Monday. It is a coffee cup, and I felt like that, again, goes for Mondays, right? You really need that extra cup of coffee. You need something. I know I do. Here I'm showing you that I had grabbed out the circle label sticker, and I placed the fonts for M for Monday and the 19th, and that is how I'm going to do the dates along the row, and I'll have that completed later on throughout the process. I grabbed another sticker that checkered there and placed the week. It is week 43, I believe. I like to have that there just so that I can remember I do Project Life, and just to have that there, it's always nice. Now I'm decorating there the left side, the sidebar. I like to get a vibe for the week by decorating that. So to see that little sticker there, are you a good witch or a bad witch? That is yet to be decided. I'm feeling witchy. And yeah, moving on. So I placed that little banner there by the coffee cup. It says "Cheers Witches" because we're all drinking coffee on Monday. I know people are doing some large sizes. I have been drinking extra coffee to get through this 2020. So I also grabbed the labels. It was so handy to be able to size them to fit this spread. As you can see, I am downsizing a lot of the stickers, and it is so cool to be able to do that, because if I had not done that, then they probably would have been too big for this spread, and I really wanted to use it for this weekly spread the moment it came out. So I'm moving on to the digital stamps. I just size them down automatically all together, so that way it's easier to move them around. I already finished all my stickers on the layout. Now I am going to be working with the digital stamps. I'm trying to see where I can place these images at, and if there's anything else that I can do. And then after this process, you're basically seeing it before I print it out. We'll be moving it. When I do print it out, I will move to the table and I will show you some more decorating and functional stamping. I grabbed out that digital stamp, the hat. I just thought it'd be so cute to place there on one of the labels. When you have icons on your labels and so forth, I just felt like that would have been a perfect little accent on there. And I do that again with the crow stamp as well. I grabbed out this stamp thinking that I would do it kind of like a washi tape strip at the bottom, not like I normally do, but I passed on that idea. Now I like this hand, and I thought I can place it somewhere, but I don't think I end up using that little guy either. So I don't know what else I'm doing. I'm just trying to see what works and what doesn't for this spread. I am having fun at the same time, so that's always nice. I thought I want this stamp set right here, but I ended up going for the sticker instead, just to bring more of that pink color in this in throughout the spread, just to make it cohesive. And I'm going to be the first one to say I did not think I would go pastel Halloween. I never thought I would, and I am so glad that I did go to the dark side. It is so bright and colorful. I'm having fun, can you tell? Yeah, so I don't know if you can tell, I do right click, and I'm so sorry that it's not showing on the screen. I don't know why it does not show it, but when you right click, there's a bunch of options that you can choose from duplicating to doing moving the image to the front or the back layer, just like you would when you would stamp on any type of project. You would mask it off so that way it becomes a back layer or the front. It's the same thing, but just digitally. And I've mentioned before, I am in the Silhouette software. I do not have a Silhouette. I am planning on getting one, but not anytime soon. And just being able to use this to dip into hybrid projects is so awesome. I am not regretting it. It's just, I've gone hybrid and I will not go back. Now, I just showed you really quick that I grabbed the eraser just to erase one star, and the moment you touch that stamp with the eraser, it breaks the stamp apart, so it made the stars individual stars, and I was able to move them around. And yeah, and you can do that for all kinds of the stamps. Just be careful when you do use the eraser on part of the stamp. It does break them up. It loses its base foundation, so then you would have to group it back together if it was a finer or more detailed stamp. Now I'm just doing my layers. Sometimes something goes from behind and then I have to like bring it out of the layers, but yeah, I'm just showing you guys how everything works. Now I'm deleting most of the ones that I'm not going to use, just so that way it doesn't look cluttered as I do the last minute touch-ups of the stickers and stamps. I think that's going to be my last image, and I don't think I do anything more, and we're going to be moving on to the desk soon. Oh, I'm so lying. Okay, so in this release there was so many florals, and I'm always the one to say I do not like florals, I have trouble using them, I have 3 boys, but every single time I'm using them, so I am happy to amaze myself on that and really, you know, put florals to work. I think I always get a little intimidated that I cannot pull them off with my boys, but I think I need to realize more that when I'm scrapbooking, I'm doing it for me, and I like flowers. So I'm starting to put them in more, and here I place them at the bottom just to help accent, because remember, I'm going to be placing my menu for the week here, so I don't want to completely cover up the bottom portion, but I do want to have the flowers just accent the bottom ever so nicely. So here I am just showing you how I plan on doing that, and I'm going to also show you a new technique that I learned during this tutorial. So it's always so nice when I am working with the Silhouette software and going digital, just because I learn something new every single time. Here I learned how to, on the left side, there's a bunch of icons there, and at the bottom it is like this knife, and you just grab that knife and you're able to cut straight across, and it eliminates the bottom portion that's hanging off of the page, and you'll see here in a bit what I'm talking about. Right here I'm doing with that spider web, I'm just trying to push it in the back layer. I don't want it to cover up the block of my square where I'm going to be doing my writing, and you'll see that in the end. Here I just show you really quick, this is what I'm referring to, the little knife that cuts it, and I'm able to still have my black outline from my page, which is why I cut it. You could always just leave it there and cut it when you print it out, but I didn't want my black outline of my page to show. I do like having that border. It just makes it look closed in and more complete. So that's why I did it on camera or before printing. And here I'm going to show you again, and the best part about cutting this as well is that you can group them together, and you can move the cut portion, the lower portion, somewhere else on your spread if you want to, which is what you do when you're working on your table and you cut a little piece of a leaf or a flower and then you put it somewhere else, you know, just to make everything cohesive. Here's where I hope you understand what I mean. Here I turn it over and I'm showing you, you can easily place it there. I would, of course, layer it to the back, the second layer instead of in front of the blocks, but you can totally do the layer and add it in everywhere else if that was the look you were going for. It is an option, even hybrid. So let's see, what else am I going to do? I think I am pretty much done with the digital part. I'm going to be printing this out and we're going to be going to the table here in a bit to do the rest of my decorating and functional stamping. All right, this is it all printed out, guys. It came out so cute. Now, if you wanted to mention, you could have grabbed all your stickers, placed them on the sticker paper or cardstock paper, and then you can put them on there and it will give it texture and dimension. However, for my planners, I do like the flat and cleaner side of things, so having it all just printed out together, that's just kind of the look I was going for. But there's always other options too. So now I'm going to grab out some washi tape. I love the fact of using washi tape instead of having the headers that you can easily buy with coming with planners. I think even the what do they call it? The Happy Planner, the Mambi books have them, and I just like being able to use my washi tape. I have a ton of them. I gotta start using them. I don't know why I keep buying them and I'm not using them enough, so this is why I like to be able to use them. And it's just so much nicer too to have them match my spread. So I did fast forward to save on time because it is a longer video. I did the color sequence on my washi tape, and now I'm moving on to my stamping. I did a ton of stamping. This is a different version for me. I normally do photos there in the middle row, but instead I'm going to do a ton of stamping to memory keep. I guess I don't know how I would word this, but instead of doing pictures, I'm going to just do some stamping and writing. So you'll see what I mean here as we go further along. Sunday there at the bottom, that clipboard, it says making it happen. I love to plan, and that's just because Sunday I was really productive and I had a ton of ideas and inspiration to organize a lot of things, so I was very productive, and so planning was my jam on Sunday. Here I'm documenting this is Saturday. We had a birthday party and it was really cold that morning, so that's why I put that little sweater there, and of course I was loving it, but it was really cold. And I placed these little balloons in this really light pink ink. It is the Tim Holtz Distress Ink Spun Sugar, and some balloons. And I kind of did a second balloon set there on the left, and it did go on to the next block. But I was okay with it because it was light enough that I didn't distract. I placed birthday and a little cake there in the archival ink Tea Rose. Those are the two main inks that I'll be using throughout this spread, as well as black archival ink. I like to always include black archival ink just because I write in black, so it helps keep everything cohesive. I didn't like the way that shopping stamp kind of was pretty thick, but we're going to leave it. We're going to just, yeah, go with the flow. The overwhelmed and that sad face there on Friday was just one of the things that you have to document. My older son got into a fight, and it was just very emotional, and it was a hard day, and it wasn't his fault. The kids just kept bullying him, and before we can, you know, do anything about it, it escalated this far. I'm so sorry about the notification bell. So now we're moving on. Again, I'm all over the place. I kind of started off from Sunday since it was fresh in my mind and worked backwards. So that's just what worked for this week. And now I'm here on Thursday and Wednesday. The Treat Yourself and the kid approved stamp images there on Thursday were just because we baked cookies that day. And of course, it was kid approved. Guys, those are my weakness. I love to bake chocolate chip cookies. I love to eat them right when they come out the oven. They're nice and hot and so yummy. They're so good. The scissors there on Wednesday is for my son. I'm putting a little image of a kid there, a little boy, because yeah, he cut his hair and yeah, now have like this bald spot on his in the front, and it is hilarious. And here on Tuesday, I put a little girl image with hearts, and it says 1 day at a time, just because I was doing some self-reflection on that day, and I need to take 1 day at a time sometimes, and that's why I put that there. I placed a spider there on Monday, the middle row, just because my son, my toddler, loves to grab stickers, the spiders, and then he's like, "Ooh," and then he drops them and gets scared, and it was just hilarious. So I'm showing you the overview, all completed with all the stamping. I will be doing my pen writing after, just because I don't like my writing. But I hope you got inspired, and yeah, if you like what you see, I hope you would subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.